Welcome back to the podcast. We're diving into this stellar collection of space jokes, and wow, there's so much to unpack here.
Absolutely. It's like a cosmic comedy club in text form. I'm already chuckling thinking about it.
Right, so let's kick things off with that classic. What did Mars say to Saturn? Give me a ring sometime. It's such a clever pun, it really plays with the idea of Saturn's rings.
Yeah. Yep, and it's so simple yet effective. I love how the joke takes an everyday social invite and twists it into a planetary pun.
Then there's the one about the alien with three eyes. An alien! It's almost like a tongue twister. And it shows how exaggeration and humor, taking the extra eye, just gives it that quirky charm.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. And speaking of quirky, how about the cow astronaut joke? Have you heard about the cow astronaut? He landed on the moon. I mean, who doesn't love a good livestock pun?
Oh, yes. It's like, when you combine farmyard fun with outer space, it's out of this world humor.
And it brings a nice variety. The jokes really lean on wordplay. For instance, how does the man in the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. That one's a quick, neat pun.
Totally. And I think it shows the writer's knack for mixing mundane scenarios with cosmic contexts. It's almost like a mini narrative in each line.
Right. And then we've got the one about flying saucers as plates. It's so silly and imaginative. Space utensils? Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's a bit unexpected. I mean, not every day you think of actual flying saucers serving food. Kind of like when you mix a sci-fi reference with dinner table humor.
Now, one of my personal favorites is, what do you get if you cross Santa Claus with a spaceship? A UF ho ho ho. It's like mixing holiday cheer with alien fun. Funny how it ties two totally different themes together.
Absolutely. It's like blending traditions in a playful yet unexpected way. I mean, come on, who thinks about Santa and UFOs in the same sentence usually?
Right? And then there's the simple pun on a Mars bar being as sweet as, well, chocolate. It's a quick laugh, but it really captures the cosmic energy.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it plays on the double meaning. A chocolate bar versus the planet Mars. Bit of dual layer humor there.
Exactly. I noticed a couple of repetitive themes too, like cows and moons. The cow going in the spaceship to see the moon is repeated twice, maybe an intentional callback.
That's a great observation. I mean, repetition in humor can work if it's done with flair. But honestly, sometimes it doesn't always land if you hear it too often.
I agree, and honestly, while the cow jokes are adorable, it might feel a tad overdone. Don't you think it might benefit from a little diversification?
I see where you're coming from, but then again, the repetition underscores a theme, almost like an inside joke among space enthusiasts. Still, it could use variation.
Right. Now, moving on to the alien jokes, like, what did the alien say to the garden? Take me to your weeder. Oh my gosh, I adore that one. It's such a quirky twist on, take me to your leader.
Yeah, it's a delightful spin that makes you think about aliens in everyday context, gardening and all that. It shows some creative lateral thinking.
Exactly. And then there's the one about the astronaut's favorite key on the keyboard, the space bar. It's all these little puns that make the collection feel like a well-curated set of quips aimed at clever wordplay.
Right. Each one targets a different part of space lore, from planets to astronauts to even cosmic parking solutions like, where would an astronaut park his spaceship? A parking meteor.
Yeah, that one always makes me chuckle. Just picturing a spaceship parked next to a meteor, it's absurdly charming.
And then there's the story twist with, why did Venus have to get an air conditioner? Because Mercury moved in. It's like a cosmic domestic dispute.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how these jokes bring celestial bodies into relatable, everyday scenarios. Even relationships between planets become humor fodder.
Yeah. And then we have the playful jab at Mickey Mouse. Why did Mickey Mouse go to outer space? He was looking for Pluto. It's cheeky, though a little controversial given some sensitivities about the controversy
interesting
of
point,
Pluto's
yeah.
status.
True, I mean, it might ruffle some cosmic feathers for those who are fans of classic cartoon history. But overall, it's still a fun pun.
Indeed it is. And let's not forget the wordplay on astronaut becoming astronaut and the metric system quip, take me to your leader. It's like, every joke is a mini lesson in puns.
Right, exactly. And that shines a light on how it intertwines scientific terminology with everyday humor. It's smart and playful all at once.
One of the standout moments in this collection is when it asks, how do you organize a space party? You plan it. That, to me, is like the ultimate party invitation pun. Simple and effective.
Uh-huh, yeah. Absolutely, it's got that universal appeal because, let's face it, who doesn't love a good party pun? And the layering of jokes really makes the material, accessible across the board.
For sure. Plus, there's that recurring theme of fullness with the moon. When is the moon the heaviest? When it's full? I mean, it's like, yes, the word full becomes a punchline in both literal and figurative senses.
Yeah. And then again, another play on the word full, like, how do you know when the moon has enough to eat? When it's full. Sometimes it feels repetitive, but it's got its charm, like a refrain in a catchy song.
Right. But I'd be remiss not to mention the little spark of irony at the end of the collection. Why didn't the sun go to college? Because it already had 1,000,000 degrees. It's figurative, punny, and a bit, sassy with the jab at academia.
Definitely. And that one, for me, stands out as clever because it uses factual scientific terms and a pun that plays on the dual meaning of degrees.
And let's not ignore the grand finale of sorts with, where do astronauts keep their sandwiches? In a lunchbox. It's silly, unexpected, and just rounds off the
Yes,
collection
indeed.
on a light-hearted note.
Throughout this cascade of jokes, I can't help but feel that each one is like a tiny burst of creative energy. Although I do think, sometimes the humor leans a bit on puns that might feel too predictable if you've heard similar ones before.
That's a fair point. Sure, some puns are a tad overused, but the sheer variety, from aliens and cow astronauts to planets with personality, keeps it interesting. It might not be academically groundbreaking, but it's, delightfully
totally.
goofy.
Definitely. It really shows how humor can bridge the gap between scientific curiosity and playful wordplay. And honestly, it gives us a fun way to see the universe through a jester's lens.
So whether you're a hardcore space enthusiast, a lover of puns, or just someone who enjoys a clever play on words, this collection has something for you. Plus, it encourages you to, share laughter with family and friends, and maybe even challenge each other with, guessing the punchline before it lands.
Absolutely, right on. And as we wrap up, it's cool to think how these jokes, submitted by everyone from Delaney to Aaron, reflect a community of humorists who aren't afraid to, be playful with language and scientific ideas.
For sure, it's like a cosmic tapestry of fun, showing that even the vast, mysterious universe can be lightened up with a little laughter.
And on that note, let's encourage our listeners to share their favorite space jokes and maybe even create some new ones of their own. After all, humor connects us across the universe.
Exactly. So keep laughing, stay curious, and remember, in space or on Earth, there's always room for a good pun. Thanks for joining in on this out-of-this-world conversation.
Yeah, thanks.